Right, so let's get started. I'm going to show you behind the scenes of what's involved on this installation. So it's a VW T6. What we're adding is 3 different products: an auto-watch Go security upgrade, as well as a dedicated wiring loom and detachable tow bar, as well as an integrated reversing camera. We've got Matt at the moment, he's working on the reversing camera, so I'm just going to show you what's involved in one of these. Basically, this is the 5-inch screen. This is the factory radio for the vehicle. Basically, what's involved is changing over the ribbon cable, adding in a little module onto here, then adding another module into behind the radio, so it's all completely hidden away. What that does, it means it automatically switches as soon as you engage reverse. So a camera image that was using a ProFit camera on the back of the vehicle, which we'll show you shortly. That basically all comes live directly onto the screen as soon as you select reverse. Not only makes parking easier, it looks stock, it looks like it just came out of the factory. So that's the reversing camera right there. So that's sort of what's involved, basically is changing over ribbon cables and adding in integration modules, plus running a rear camera lead all the way to the back, then mounting a ProFit wedge camera. In terms of the actual tow bar itself, what we've got is the actual the bumper has come off at the moment. So basically everything here is done to the highest possible installation standards. So bumper's come off, it's not kept on the floor, it's kept on a dedicated area near the vehicle, away from obstruction, so it can't be knocked off. Then what happens is we remove the crash beam of the vehicle, tow bar actually gets mounted, and then the main bit, which is the dedicated wiring loom. Dedicated wiring loom means it goes into given points from the manufacturer. Not only is it the safe way of towing, it's also the approved method as well from manufacturers, because it goes into the vehicle's brain in essence, it goes into the CAN bus of the vehicle. Vehicle gets recoded to tell it it's got a tow bar, so it's not only safe for your passengers, but also means that towing becomes a little bit easier. So moving on to the tow bar side of things, what happens when we're doing a tow bar is basically the bumper gets removed to start with on a VW T6. So this panel is then placed in an area where it's safe, not on the floor, so it's not ever going to get marked at all. Any other panels that come off a vehicle will get placed in a designated area. So each one of our work bays has a designated area for trim panels from the interior or underneath the vehicle. That is very key, and that is why you should bring your vehicle into a workshop environment, because your panels from your vehicle are looked after, they're treated very carefully, and they're located in an area where they cannot be damaged. So that's the bumper off at the moment. Basically then the crash beam comes off the vehicle, and then what you see from a tow bar, a lot of people just think it's just the neck that you see. However, this is what's basically going on. It's a replacement panel basically that goes behind the bumper. This is why it's called a tow bar, because this is the actual bar style. So in terms of this customer, he's gone for a detachable Swan-neck. Basically, as you can see right in the middle here, that is the actual housing that the neck actually goes into. So that's right underneath the vehicle. There's a little cover that goes in to protect that. So then the neck just all pops in very easily, which will show you how to do when you come over to see us during your consultation. This goes into fixings on the chassis point of the vehicle, so it's incredibly secure. Again, these bars are designed specifically for the VW T6 model. They're incredibly high quality, so we use a Witter or Westphalia bar on these VW T6s. In terms of the dedicated wiring loom, basically what that is a wiring that basically goes into given points from the manufacturer. It goes into the CAN bus, which is basically the brain of the vehicle in essence, and what that basically means that it's safe to tow, because it's as soon as after the install we'll recode the vehicle. During that recoding process, basically what happens is every time you connect in a cycle carrier or caravan or whatever you're towing, small trailer for instance, the vehicle will adapt. Not only your fuel systems, your braking systems, all your safety features on the vehicle will adapt completely, and it's as though the vehicle has been come out the factory with tow bar installed on it. So it's all recoded, it's all gone into the CAN bus of the vehicle. It's not bypass electrics. If you haven't heard of dedicated wiring looms or bypass electrics before, make sure you Google it, do your research, guys. If you need any support, if you have any questions, feel free to get in touch. We'll drop all the links below so you can get in touch with us. We can answer any question you may have on a system like this. So that's basically just showing you a little bit behind the scenes of what the actual bar looks like, and we'll show you also how the neck goes in a bit later on. Right guys, so what I'm going to be showing you now is how the detachable Swan-neck system works for this vehicle. So this is near enough the same on any Witter tow bar if you're looking into other vehicles as well. Basically what you've got is a detachable Swan-neck here. So what I'm going to do is just very easily just detach that. So it's literally one hand grasps the bottom, you push in with your thumb and basically twist like that. Easy as that, guys. And then, as you can see here, you've got the neck itself. Got to make sure that this is flat, that is out, and that part is in. So that means it's armed, ready to go back in. And then you just locate the hole, wiggle it around, and it clicks in. It engages. You get a green little light here. Then you get 2 sets of keys in the kit. You just put that in, twist it. That locks the tow bar into the actual bar itself, which I showed you earlier. And then obviously if you've got that bar off to protect any sort of dirt or road grime going in, what you can do is just put that in. That just goes right in there just to stop any road grime going up into there. Plus what we've got is a dedicated electrics loom, which is down here. That also can fold up as well. So when you're not towing, vehicle can go practically back to a stock look. So it's a really nice solution if you're looking into a tow bar. Obviously I struggled a little bit there, but hey ho, we do this in one take, so there we go. Products right now. So first of all, I'm going to talk you through the reversing camera. So this is a completely integrated solution that we've integrated into the VW 5-inch screen. So if you own one of these with this exact system, feel free to get in touch with us and we can give you a quote over the phone, email, or if you want to come see where your vehicle is going to be worked on, by all means come visit us. We'll go through everything in more detail when you're here with us as well. In terms of the camera, basically it's what's called a ProFit camera. It means that there's a physical cable run from the head unit into an integration module, from the integration module all the way back. Obviously this vehicle's been converted already, so we run underneath. That is obviously, some people are quite worried about that, the cable's not protected. However, we run alongside OEM wiring, plus it's all conduited all the way throughout the install. So it's done to the highest possible standard. There's no chance of that cable getting damaged. In terms of the camera, then that's professionally mounted and secured, and it's all watertight into the little trim that's above the number plate. In terms of that system, that's all completely integrated. So as soon as you select reverse, that automatically comes through onto that 5-inch screen, which is a really nice solution. It literally looks like it came out of the factory like that. So that's the reversing camera. If you're interested in something like that, we can do that as part of a separate installation, or we can do that as a whole installation, including other parts like this customer has done. In terms of the second product we're going to be talking about is the security on the vehicle. What we've used here today is an Auto Watch Ghost 2 immobiliser system. What that system basically is, it's a CAN bus immobiliser. It means that you basically start the vehicle in a slightly different way. So traditionally what you're going to be doing, if you either use a manual or an auto, you basically put your ignition on and normally just turn all the way through and you start up your vehicle. However, if you try to do that now with the Ghost 2 immobiliser installed, your vehicle will not start. So basically the idea of this system is to stop key cloning, but also key theft if they're trying to steal, if they steal your keys, get in the vehicle, they still won't be able to go anywhere because they haven't got the code that was stored up in your head. The code is basically completely bespoke to you. We customize this, we'll set this up as a code, so we just set this up as an easy code to start with. During the handover, and the handover is actually one key thing which I'll talk about in a second. During that handover, we'll teach you how to change the code, and then basically you can change it every day if you liked, and it's really easy to do as well, which is quite nice. So this system basically goes into a little can of the vehicle. So the can of the vehicle is basically the vehicle electrics, but it's like the brain. So it's like being sort of wired in a different way. It basically sends blocking signals to the vehicle, so it stops the vehicle from starting, even though you've got the factory key. And then what happens is the system will basically block all the signals and not allow the vehicle to start. Once you've entered your code in, as soon as you entered your code, turn on your ignition and off you go. If you don't have that code, the vehicle will not start. Currently, at this moment in time, there is no way to bypass the Ghost 2 immobiliser. It's a really, really nice solution. Plus, it's also TASA approved, so it's starting to get a few more accreditations. Obviously, as time goes on, it will develop more and more accreditations as well, which is quite nice. So, obviously, we're a TASA approved company, as well as we are authorised by Ghost, Auto Watch Ghost as well, to install these products. So if you want a professional installation, make sure you get in touch and we'll drop all the links below, not only for this product, but also the other products that we've installed today. In terms of the handover, that's really key. A lot of companies out there will basically install the product for you and just basically leave you the user manual and the keys and say off you go. However, completely different here. We always spend the time, especially with Ghost 2, to explain every inch of this product to you guys. It's not only part of the handover is actually explaining how to change over the code, but also it's exactly how it works. If you ever encounter any problems, anything like that, we literally cover every single detail during that handover, which is really nice. And it's done one thing that we do with any one of our solutions. Customers going to be picking up the car tomorrow. I'm sure they're going to be over the moon with all the extra features that we've added on, made their vehicle personalised, unique to them. Plus, obviously, it's now secured using the Auto Watch Ghost 2, but we'll drop all the links below, guys. Hopefully, we can't show you too much, obviously, on the security side of things. However, if you're interested in something like this, make sure you get in touch and we can go through everything in a bit more detail with you.